John, Raj, Kelly, and myself, we had to go to the store picking out fabrics.
This is definitely interesting. Too fluffy, too goofy.
Goofy, that was the word I was thinking of.
Your objection to this is what?
I'm just not seeing it. Too wide.
Okay.
It's somewhat of a comedy scene here. All of the men are clearly out of their element. They have no idea what they're doing.
Wait, John, you have your way of doing things. I mean, Kelly, you have your way of getting massage your dog.
Hi. Would you be interested in a doggy massage today? It's $1 per
I'm
minute.
really not too keen on going up to a stranger and asking them if I can massage their dog. Friggin' nuts. Someone came up to me and says, "Can I massage your dog?" You know, the first thing I would think about is kicking this person in the head. We are offering doggy massages.
It's $1 per minute or $10 for 15.
Okay, sure, why not?
Okay.
As long as your dog doesn't bite me.
Okay.
I'm sitting there, I got a Rolex Presidential on, and I'm over here massaging this lady's dog for $1 a minute. I mean, it was just smelled like crap and piss and just sitting there and just so degrading, so embarrassing. This is embarrassing.
What did you think, Jennifer? What did you think of Elizabeth?
I think she was weak, she was ineffective, and she's indecisive to the point of paralysis.
Other than that, you thought she was great.
Other than that, I thought she was terrible.
So, Robin, what is your number? Now that I can talk to you. Pony up, come on, pony up.
Oh, God.
You have a boyfriend? All right, I'll be back.
You just missed the post with the whip rear. That was really close.
I didn't realize how Wes drives. I don't recommend driving to New York City when Wes is in town. It was definitely a concern that with Wes's driving, if he continues to hit things, that you know maybe we outsell our competition, but lose because we have to repair a car. We get to the store. Wes and I go around to unload it.
Whoa, dude. Oh. You know what's happened?
Yeah, I do.
You drove like a maniac. Oh my God.
If Sandy saw this, she'd...
Don't tell her.
No. Only thing I can think of, we have to get this fixed before Sandy gets here.
There it is. Way to undo the Rubik's Cube.
Ivana, what do you think of Chris as a leader?
I think Chris is very good at identifying problems, and when I say that, I mean he's really good at complaining.
You know, she has the most unbelievable backhanded slaps I've ever seen. You know, I'm trying to
She's been in the boardroom 5 times.
First you say he's really good at identifying problems. I'm saying, oh, that's a nice thing to say. And then you hit him.
I understand. Back off.
Okay?
Well, excuse me, princess.
That's the first time I ever heard those words.
Me too. I've never been fired as well.
I would at least like my own cab.
Andy seemed to be getting really hyper when we were dealing with the design.
You guys mind if I stand up and stuff?
No,
This is how I like to.
Pepsi has best of both worlds.
Energy flowing.
This is how I like to do it. This is how I like to do it.
It seems like every time I turn around, Andy's cracking open a Pepsi can, like pouring himself a new glass. He's like a kid in a candy store.
More Pepsi. You guys want anything?
Great job.
I almost was gonna pull him aside and be like, okay, Andy, just take it down a notch.
Let's have a cool picture of the equator, people, whatever, dancing. You guys have the red. You have the blue. Are you going to the edge when it comes to sporting events? If they have a little globe keychain, are you sitting on the edge of the Super Bowl? Are you going to the edge when it comes to drinking regular diet? Are you just are you drinking regular cola?
Yeah.
Come on now.
Exactly.
Get your together.
That might just be lack of experience and a little bit of lack of maturity there.
I need a Pepsi. Pepsi time.
A lot of women, and there are some men, maybe not completely straight men, who watch the Academy Awards. We walk into what we think is a conference room. We find out it's more like an amphitheater. It feels like we're walking into the stadium in Gladiator. My heart was beating out of my chest.
Welcome, guys. We have a great marketing team at Pepsi, and as you can see, they're all here today. So let's close the blinds, and let's get started.
Pepsi Edge. It is not diet. It is not regular. It is the best of both worlds. And our bottle, our label, and entire strategy is bringing the best of regular and the best of diet into a brand new product, Pepsi Edge. Get a taste of that? The Northern Hemisphere in shrink wrap, lower hemisphere in shrink wrap of the continents, divided by 0 latitude. And on top of this is most exciting, a navigational cap with compass.
We have opportunities for your consumers to win. Trips to the Edge. What are trips to the Edge? Trips to the Edge will give your customer, their goal is to collect countries for a continent. The goal is to collect these pieces to create a continent. Once you create all your game pieces from this continent, you win a prize to go to this continent.
The mosaic looks like 2 blobs of a badly colored tennis ball. And I think it doesn't say anything about Pepsi youthful spirit. It's ugly.
Randy.
I don't remember the last time geography was cool. And I'm just thinking about walking around with this. I just don't get it.
But Andy, do you really like that?
I do. I like that bottle a lot.
Can you picture 10 or 15 million of those bottles out there? They don't even fit in a cup. If you can't put it in your car.
Well, if the base were removed,
it's
right.
If. But that's what you came up with. Maybe you use this as a barbell.
Not a bunch, because they'll get
No, like 10.
No, they'll get too cold. They can
10 of these? We can't be running them back and forth from machine to machine. We need to get like at least 10 of these trays, then we go do the chocolate.
Okay, but you don't think they're gonna cool?
No, we won't do all of them, but at least we're not running back and forth.
Okay. I'm okay.
That's all right?
I'm good. Yeah, I'm fine.
I was watching the conveyor belt, and I watched 2 trays fall to the bin. Genius.
Would you like to buy a piece of New York history?
They look like strippers with chocolate bars, I'm not gonna lie. And when I say strippers, I mean in a cheap beer dive in Texas. With peanut shells on the floor.
Kelly, who performed better of the two?
He's worked with me one time.
He said Kelly, not Jen. Hey, I'm jumping out the next stop. I'm gonna just run back and give him something, okay?
Good
My
Lord.
God. Cool your jets.
Nervous Nelly. My phone number's right there. Start reading. It's about an hour to the polo fields. You guys brainstorm a lot, and we'll talk on the phone. All right? Love you guys.
We love you too, Kelly. He loves us.
Hi, my name is Jen. I'm actually the project manager for all of this. You know, it's the night before the event. We've been relying on Chris, so I don't really see how it's possible for him to be canceling at this late point.
Chris Webb is not coming? Chris Webb is not coming.
Chris Webber is our MC for tomorrow, and his assistant called to say that Chris is trying to cancel, but I am not letting Chris Webber go without a fight.
That lady, I spoke to her at least 4 times today, and I spoke to her 3 times yesterday.
I mean, as soon as she knew this might be a potential problem, she should have called.
My goal is to make sure Chris Webber is here tomorrow. I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure he's here. You should not have sold us on him all day today, knowing full well that this could potentially happen. You're leaving us without an MC for this event. We have sold it all along as a Chris Webber event because you guys committed to that. It basically blows the entire event.
Now, with all the tissue paper and the wrappings we take out, you do that with it, because it pisses off Kelly and it's funny. How long till we get our next phone call from him? Hear those frogs? Those are Canadian geese. Now, that's a frog. Now it's also a goose. It was a goose and now it's a frog. No, there was a goose and a frog. And the goose and the frog were singing together, and now just the frog is singing. Correct. You finally got it.
Who really thinks that Jennifer should be the apprentice?
I mean, that's not bad, but I'm not sure it's great. Who thinks Kelly should be the apprentice?
Kelly is a guy who really stepped up. For one, I think he took accountability for his actions, and although
that Kelly has reached all those goals, and therefore should be the next Trump apprentice.
So I think as a person, you should give a chance to step up in your organization, say, I am the king, and give them the chance to run their own show and show they can do it for real. And that person, in my mind, is Kelly.
Donald, you know I don't care for Jen very much. Got to be honest with you.
And Kelly showed broad leadership, and he was a more disciplined executor. Jen worked hard, and the team worked hard. They were just disorganized. Kelly would be a great addition to the Trump organization.
Kelly has the guts and the instincts to go forward, and that's something that can't be taught. That's just something that you have. And he's got that self-discipline, too. So I think he's your next apprentice.
All right. You know, I, of course, wanted to see a woman win this season, and I had my money on Jen from the get-go. But I really found, as the task progressed, I found her to be a little bit confrontational, afraid to step up and take a leadership responsibility. And overall, I think Kelly's got what it takes. Actions speak louder than words. I think he really showed he has a strong leader, strong project manager. I think his military
Mr. Trump, all season long, Kelly has demonstrated outstanding leadership qualities that separate him from the competition. He's innovative, he's inspirational, and he has vision.
I'm rooting for Kelly.
I got to be honest, I think Kelly deserves to win. I think he would be a great apprentice, and I think he's proven himself.
I would be rooting for Kelly.
Can I say something real fast? Because,
You can.
You know, we're sitting backstage and we're watching this, and you know, I got to say, I don't want it to get lost that Jen M is one of 2 people that made it out of 1 million. And I kind of feel like I'm impressed that she didn't get up and walk off earlier with kind of what was going on. I mean, she's a phenomenal girl. She's a personal friend of mine.
She's had a hard time. I agree.
And she's getting thrown under the bus here, and she doesn't deserve it. She's a great lady, and she performed well.
Okay.
Kelly's awesome.
I agree with that.